1 week before the race day. So there's a lot of things that still to be done. You have to run your race. You have trained well. Now you have to run your race. So I wanted to give this message about how do we think about race day overall. What I mean by that is, what do we start doing now? Like say 1 week to the race day. What all things we need to be start doing now? Then how do you think about the race day itself? How do you execute it? What do you do immediately after the race? And what do you do a little later after the race? I think these are all good questions that I have good thoughts on, and built on seeing so many different runners doing this, as well as myself making all those mistakes and learning from it. So here you go, folks. Race day is coming up. The biggest thing that you can do for having a successful race day and beyond is to train well. I think on that metric, all of you have definitely achieved good status. It's a green. All of you have trained well, and this is a good time when I'm reminded of one of my coach's beautiful framework on this. And it says that, see, when you want to go for a race, let's say a full marathon, there is 1,000 units of pain that you need to endure, irrespective of who you are. There's 1,000 units of pain you need to endure to finish the race. When I say pain, call it effort, an additional effort in doing things that are not normal for you. Now the choice you have though is, do you want to endure that pain and split it up, wherein you take a large portion of the pain during training, thereby only a little bit remains during the race day? Or in other words, let's say for the same 100 units of pain, let's say during training, you're very serious, very systematic, never missed anything. Maybe 60 units of that pain has been covered already during the training period. So only 40 units are there, and you execute that on the race day, feel that pain, but finish it. That is the best way to do this. But those of you, or some of you, who have not done the training well, it just means that you've only done about 20-30 units of pain you've endured. 70 units of pain still remains. And unfortunately, on the race day, you have to take the 70 units if you want to complete it. So it's a choice. That's why we say, if you train well, race day is easier. If you don't train well, you come to the race day sort of not fully prepared. Be ready to take on the pain. It's not impossible to do that, but be ready for the pain. And I've done both sides. I've come to race days beautifully prepared, had a fantastic race day, and I've come to race days where, for whatever reason, preparation was bad, came to the race day, and boy, had to take on the 70-80% of the pain on that one day, which sort of, yes, I completed it. You know what? That's not the way I want to do it, because when you take so much of pain in one day, injuries, you'll not have fun, suboptimal performance, all that stuff will be there. So that's why the core thought process of a structured training program is that spread that pain around over 16 weeks so that you have a fantastic race day. Anyway, that is one thought. I also shared a race day strategy doc to all of you. Please take a look at it. Even if you're return runners, even if you know all the things, Brilliant Basics is a place where we all make mistakes. So it's always good to just simply follow the checklist that we have developed and we have shared with all of you. Go through it. Just follow the checklist. It's super simple. And to give you an idea, just to give you a little intro about that, really what you're trying to do from now to race day, or from 1 week earlier on, is one, you focus on extra hydration. It seems it takes 2 weeks and above for every cell of your body to have fully hydrated so that it is ready for a time when it has to take on a little extra effort. So that's 2 weeks and above. If you're traveling internationally, jet lag and all that, it's actually 3 weeks. If you don't do that, if you don't hydrate yourself really well, I'm talking 8 days, 8 glasses a day, religiously, having noon tablets, at least 1 or 2 tablets a day, religiously, and drinking and peeing, drinking and peeing. This is what is required. But if you don't do that, your cells are not fully hydrated. That's a fact. You can't just drink and hydrate your way through the race day just on the last day. It will not happen. So that's the second point. The third point is on the hydration side. It is important that we cut out alcohol or things that dehydrates your body. And it's not enough to just cut off alcohol 2 days before the race day. It doesn't work like that. In an ideal scenario, if you're a full marathon runner especially, last 1 month you should cut it off. And guys, I tried out cutting almost 3 months before one of my full marathons, and it made a huge difference. The biggest difference was that I wasn't feeling crampy at all the entire race day. It felt amazing. And when you don't drink, you're also not taking extra calories in, so your body actually is devoid of all these toxins. So your body actually feels awesome. Man, I was incredibly feeling well before that race day, and so I try my best to do that every time. So that's something you can think of. For those of you who haven't done it yet, at least last week, completely cut out all toxins, all anything that is supposed to be toxins for your body. You know what they are. Just cut it off, completely cut it off for a week. Go big on water. You can also cut out non-vegetarian, just be vegetarian, simple foods, rice, dal, that type of stuff. Just allow your body to, and sleep well. Essentially allow your body to prepare for the day. Small things makes a big difference, guys. Don't think that these things don't make a difference. It does. So that's what you should do. Eat well, sleep well, drink well. Basic stuff. Also, 1 week before, you start planning your race day. Race day needs to be planned. Race day is not something where you just show up and just go for a long run. No. That's not a race day. That's just a long run day. On a race day, you think about logistics. You think about how you will approach the race starting point. What time you have to get up. What time you have to be ready. When to eat. When do you want to sort of clear your tummy before the race day? What is your plan? Who is dropping you? Who is picking you after the race? All of these things you need to plan. It doesn't happen by itself. It doesn't matter whether this is your first day or the last day. It doesn't matter. You got to do all of that. So do all that. Eat well, drink well. Come the day before race day, the race day eve. Whether you are doing the first time or the many times, race day eve is a very, let's call it, anxious time. You know something big is going to happen next day. So it's totally normal for you to not able to sleep well. In fact, pretty much all my 15 or so full marathons I've done thus far, I would say the previous night was just 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Even though I tried to go to sleep by 9 o'clock. Not happening. Somehow it doesn't happen. Mind is wired. So it's okay. If that happens, it's normal. You just know that, it's part and parcel of the game. Nothing is going to happen on the race day because of a lack of sleep the previous night. So take that tension out. It's not going to be make or break just because you didn't have a good night's sleep on the race day evening. As people say, it's also a good time to do a carb loading, which is one of the favorite things about race. Without any guilt, you can eat. That doesn't mean that you overeat and just go berserk. You need your body to digest and all that. So light foods, good carb food, pastas, rice and dal, that type of stuff. But eat well. Definitely it's something that will help you the next day. Then on the race day, I would say at least 3 hours before the start time, you need to be up and about. It doesn't matter what time that is. You need to be up and about, wake up, breakfast, have some time to clear your tummy, do a little yoga and that type of stuff to just free up your muscles and come to the race day at least half an hour to 45 minutes before the start at a minimum. Of course, big marathon majors, that time is a lot more. It's a great time to see the energy around and enjoy the ambience and people. Just experience that. It's part of the race day. But that's not the time for you to just, go rah-rah and jump around and just, you'll see a lot of people doing it. Those are all amateurs in my mind. Your job is very focused. To focus, control your energy, conserve your energy for the running. So before race day, before the actual race, when you're waiting, you're just calm and collected. Just keep mum. I normally take the time to reflect on the journey. I look inwards. I think about, wow, what a beautiful milestone that I'm here now. Another one in my life that will be etched in history. That yes, I did this race. Nobody can steal that away from you. And that's your moment to sort of appreciate yourself, appreciate all the folks, thank all the folks who've been responsible for you to be here on that race day start line. It's a momentous thing. So you just be inwards, meditate. I sometimes do, the Gayatri mantra, and I just close my eyes. I remember doing that in one of my tough races. I think it was Tokyo, where for whatever collection of reasons, not at all well prepared, had a lower back issue. I was very worried that I may not be able to even complete it. So I essentially went inwards and essentially was focused on, let me do 5K. And 5K is my building block. And the way to do 5K is calm, collected, get the best of what I have while protecting my lower back. That was my thought process. And one thing led to another. 5K became a 10K, 10K became a 20K, and then I was able to finish that full marathon without a PR or anything, but without getting injured and having a great time. That's really what the objective should all be for all of you. So you start the race. The race strategy is always the same. Divide that into 3 parts. Part 1 is the warm-up phase, where you are running slower than what you can normally run. Goal is to not let your accumulation of stress hormones, products of stress, lactic acid, that type of stuff to accumulate. That's the goal for the technical goal for the first third of the race, is you finish your first third feeling ready for the second third. And then the second third is about getting to your race pace, which could be your conversational pace, or it could be a little higher than the conversational pace, but it's like a steady pacing for the second. That's the bulk of your race. You're doing it, you're inwards, you're focused. And then the last part of the race is when, if everything goes well, you can go all out, what we call it the beast mode, where you just let it go, let it rip, do whatever you can. The goal is to come to the end of the race with just little energy to go home. That's it. Just pairing it all out there. That's what you're supposed to do. You do that, more often than not, you will have an incredible race, both in terms of timing and in terms of how you execute the race. Nutrition during the race is always important. I hope by now you've tested your gels, you've tested your salt tablets. Don't ever think that you don't need it. I mean, that's all stupidity. I've seen enough people try it. Even those who do not need it and they've done a great job, I can tell you that if you take these things, you will do even better than that. So there is no logic and rationale for not taking it. These are things that are scientifically designed and developed to help you during a race. Might as well use it. So have your gels every 3 miles. Have your salt tablet every 5 miles or every 4 miles, based on the way you've been training. So in my full marathon, I normally take about 7 to 8 gels, one before the race, just before the race, and one every 3 miles, and goes on till 20 miles. Salt tablets, I take every 4 to 5 miles. So I have about, in a full marathon, I have about 5 to 6 easily. And it makes a huge difference for me from a cramping and that avoidance of cramping and that type of standpoint. Of course, you'll drink water. If the race is warm, definitely take that sponge. We discussed it, like if there is a sponge, fill it up with water, put it on your head, and put a bandana around it. It gives you drip irrigation kind of thing. Little water keeps coming out of it, and it keeps you cool. And when your 50% of the problems are solved, when your body is not heated up. So that's the way you finish a race. And when you finish the race, I urge you, all of you, to do a short recording of how you feel, the raw emotions, the raw feeling. It's amazing to capture that. It's amazing for all of us to listen to that. I always do it. All the senior runners and coaches, they always do it. Not only do it for yourself, but for others. Share it in the group. We will collect all of that. It's such a brilliant thing to listen to when people finish the race and talk about how they felt. And those are raw emotions. You'll be sweaty, you'll be dirty, you'll be not looking the greatest. But you know what? The message is so beautiful. The emotions are so raw, and it just transcends the moment. And it's even for you when you listen to it, I don't know, 5-10 years later, you will still feel it. I remember seeing many of my videos, of my own full marathon videos and others, and it connects me at a very deep level. So please do that for yourself and also for others, and share it, how you feel. I normally take that moment to just enjoy the moment, and also thank those people without whom that moment was not possible. So make sure you do that. It's very surreal. So that's the race day. That's how you complete a race. Some of the things that I've told you in the last message as well is that, remember, there are no losers on a race day. You don't compete with somebody that you should not be competing, and as a result you are thinking you have lost out on that race day. That's not the way you do it. Race day is about celebration, competing against your own self, and you will always be a winner on a race day. Timing, PR, all that is good, but if it doesn't happen, it is still good, because the core 80% of the success of that race day was defined not by what happened between the start line and the end line. It was defined by what happened from the time you decided to come and train, and then the journey from that time to the start line. That is 80% of the success. That's what we say. The destination is the journey to the start line. The destination is not what happened at the finish line. Okay? There will be times, always, what you plan on a race day and what happens on a race day will not be same. It's the fact of life. There are things that you would have never experienced, never thought of, suddenly props up during race day, between the start and the finish line. And you just have to be a problem solver. Just solve the problems as it happens. You can't avoid or be ready for all the problems that will come. It never is the case. We have so many examples, personally as well as from others, where race day through some issues that they never experienced before, and they just have to live with it, deal with it, and just go with it and somehow solve for it. That's the mindset I want you all to be in. Okay? So you finish the race day, immediately see if you can have a protein drink, if you can, just to give you that the muscles that what they need, and then rest and enjoy. It is said that when you finish a full marathon, it takes 21 days for your body to come back and learn from this, strengthen up, and be ready for the next phase. So especially those of you who are early first time race finishers, even if it's a full marathon, half marathon, etc., the runner's high is super intense. You are in a zone where you realize that, boy, I have done things that I never knew possible. Your runner's high is at a massive high. And when that happens, you are like figuring out that, oh, I want to do it again. So there are many runners who just push on themselves, and they try to do another race in 7 days and 10 days and that type of stuff. Don't do that. That is not for you. You need your body to rest up and stabilize. You need that time, because this is a long journey. Think of this as a long journey. You need to be doing this for 20, 25 days, 20, 25 years of doing this. You can do it. So think like that. Think of it like a big test match and not a one day or a T20. So you are thinking, I've done something incredible. Let me rest up and think of this as a long game. That's when real health, real happiness, real success happens. So don't overdo it. Never overdo it. For context, I've been doing this for 22 years or something now. I'm in a rhythm of doing max 2 full marathons a year, irrespective of how I feel. 2 full marathons a year, that's pretty much it. And that is 16 weeks of training, marathon, 2 months of rest, 16 weeks of training, marathon, 2 months of rest. That's 1 year. And if the 16 weeks of training doesn't happen, I don't mind not doing a marathon. I don't want to force it too much, which is this year for me. This year has been all kinds of combinations have happened, where a new job, busy job, little health issue, back issue, all that stuff, where I haven't done a full marathon this year. And it's been a long time since I haven't done a marathon per year. Yes, a little bit of, should I call it, disappointment and self-pressure is there. I'm trying, I'll try it. I'll definitely give it a shot this year. We have some more time. But for whatever reason, if it doesn't happen, it is what it is. I'm not going to go and do a full marathon just to check a box because I'm not trained yet properly. That's something I'm trying to live, what I'm preaching, and I want you all to do the same. Think about that. Think about it as a long-term game. Okay? So those are all the messages, folks, for today. I am just excited that we are here just a week before the end of the season. Go and sign up. We've already sent you the New Jersey Race Day link in the WhatsApp group and as well as in emails. Please go sign up. And even if you have finished a race, you can always sign up and do something just to be part of the celebration. It's always pleasurable to see others finish. And I think we have about 100 people have already signed up. We have 3-4 more days to go before we close. So I expect about 150 folks running, runners giving it for ourselves and providing a beautiful experience for our fellow runners. That's really what it is. And our fall runners, we have a December first week RHWB race provided in Dallas. So I'll be there too. So looking for many of you to be there too. For those of you running outside, go for it. Make your runs, share your thoughts, share your end of the final finish line thoughts, share it with us, and then stay healthy and let's keep the journey on. All the best, folks. Good luck.